earliest dinosaurs that we know of was Eoraptor. Its name means dog thief because it lived at the dawn of the age of dinosaurs. Eoraptor made its home in what is now Argentina about 231 million years ago. Beside that is a kind of skinny dinosaur named a Coelophysis. Its name means hollow form because they had hollow sacs of air in their joints instead of cartilage. Coelophysis is the oldest known dinosaur from North America. And here is a large predator known as Herrerasaurus. Herrerasaurus is the name of one of the largest predatory dinosaurs that lived in the Triassic period.
The period was the dawn of the age of dinosaurs, but it too had to come to an end. Just a little over 200 million years ago, the Earth encountered another mass extinction. Believed to be caused by an increased period of volcanic activity, it caused the extinction of roughly 70% of mankind. This wiped out a lot of bigger animals without big controls.
Some shells got to reach sizes of 6 feet across or more.
It's pretty big.
The animal that looks kind of like a small dolphin is an ichthyosaurus. That name means fish lizard. It's an aquatic reptile, not a mammal, so it isn't related to dolphins at all. We can't forget about the small, long-necked animal swimming with it. That's a plesiosaurus. Another important part of this ecosystem. As a wise man once said, there's always a bigger fish. The big critter here is the magic pliosaur family, which is a kind of short-necked plesiosaur. It's important to point out that the animals you see here are not dinosaurs, but reptiles that lived in the ocean at the same time as the dinosaurs.
They're not dinosaurs, but reptiles?
Dinosaurs, for the most part, lived on land and had legs that went straight underneath their hips and not splayed out to the sides like lizards or crocodiles.
Of the Jurassic period, around 200 million years ago. Now, a lot of people have ideas that Dilophosaurus spitting poison or venom or acid, and a lot of the pictures and toys show them with a big throw around their neck. Well, unfortunately, the movies that this idea comes from use what we call artistic license. Which is just a fancy way of saying, I just plain made it. We don't know for sure that some dinosaurs did spit poison, but we don't have any reason to think that Dilophosaurus did. There's also no evidence that they had that colored love. The thrill is seen in other creatures when frightened, like a frilled neck lizard or a wild William Shakespeare, but not in Dilophosaurus, as far as we know.
Who can name a dinosaur here covered in plates? You said Stegosaurus?
Stegosaurus.
Right.
This is Stegosaurus.
Stegosaurus is a Jurassic plant eater whose back, neck, and tail are covered in bony plates. Stegosaurus had a special weapon. Along its tail, it had a set of spikes. And the use of the biggest predator. The predator it had to worry about the most? T-Rex isn't the only scary meat-eating dinosaur. Allosaurus had long arms for therapy. Big hooks and claws. These could help it grip onto its prey while it used its serrated teeth as its primary weapon. We know it used its arms because scientists have found signs of microscopic stress fractures on the bones of their forearms. This happens in bones when a person or an animal is using force to move heavy weight with their bodies.
The little guys in the scene are called guanlong. They're an early member of the Coelosaur family that lived in what is now China. The Coelosaur family was made up of mostly small predators, but as time went by, some Coelosaurs eventually became a bit bigger. Specifically, Tyrannosaurus rex. The big, long-necked dinosaur in this scene is a Apatosaurus. Apatosaurus is what we call a sauropod, or a long-necked dinosaur. Sauropods were the biggest animals to ever walk on Earth. In order to get that big, sauropods had to eat all the time. To eat even more, these long-necked giants didn't even waste time chewing or swallowed the leaves from trees whole. But they had a special trick to help them digest their food. Sauropods would sometimes coil in their long neck.
one looks like an iguana. You see it, buddy? Celeste, you see it? The dinosaurs were there long.
At the end of the Jurassic, we find ourselves in the early Cretaceous period. The Cretaceous was the longest of the three periods of the Mesozoic. The Cretaceous period saw all kinds of strange life forms, including weird plants that we call frogs. We're starting off in what is now England during the early Cretaceous.
Sa England kaya ka?
120 million years ago. The duck-billed dinosaur you see is what we call an iguanodon, and it's one of the first dinosaurs to be discovered.
Tyrannus. T-Rex. It has feathers.
120 million years ago.
Look at this little one.
It's great for paleontologists because it absorbs soft tissue, in some cases including feathers.
Hi, it's Park Ranger Marty again, and welcome to the early Cretaceous North America. The furry guy is Utah Raptor. Now let's see.
That's a
Anyone
raptor.
guess where
Answer.
Utah Raptor was discovered?
In Utah.
That's right, Cincinnati. Just kidding, folks. Utah Raptor was found in Utah. Utah Raptor is the largest known member of the raptor family. Now behind him was a predator named Seats. Seats was a massive predator that lived at the end of the early Cretaceous. Very little is known about Seats due to how recent of a discovery it is. But it is thought to be a member of the Allosauridae group that lived into the early Cretaceous. Seats lived in North America at about the same time as some members of the Tyrannosaur family.
The dinosaur standing here is one that I bet a lot of you know. Can you guess what it is? Did you say Spinosaurus? You got it!
Get it? Spinosaurus?
Spinosaurus is one of the largest carnivores to ever walk the earth. But it mostly ate fish. We know that because Spinosaurus's teeth have been found embedded in fossilized bones of large fish. Although they have also been found in the bones of other dinosaurs. Spinosaurus is a creature that was a mystery for a long time. Its fossils were discovered in 1912, but they were destroyed during World War II. And the museum they were in was hit during the bombing war.
Those damn
It
Nazis.
wasn't until the 1990s when Spinosaurus's fossils were rediscovered. In fact, we've learned more about the Spinosaurus in the last 20 years than we have in the last century. We now know that Spinosaurus was a massive predator that lived in and out
Look at his blood.
in marshy waterways of what we now know to be
Oh, he lived in water.
preying on fish, size, cars.
That would be great. I'll organize a search. We need to find them soon, but we cannot get our guests worried. Let's keep this on the down low.
Roger that.
T-Rex escaped.
We're moving through time again, folks.
Answer the T-Rex escaped.
To the late Cretaceous. The Spinosaurus we just saw spent a lot of time in and around water. And that's where we're going.
Like a
Welcome
seal.
to
You look like an eel,
Western
right?
Seaway. That's a shallow sea that stretched from the Gulf of Mexico to the Arctic Ocean during the Cretaceous period. The Great Plains of what is now the United States and Canada used to be underwater. Lots of marine fossils are found in places like Kansas. The first creature here is the long-necked Elastosaurus. It's a relative of Plesiosaurus, much bigger. Second is Archelon, the biggest sea turtle known to exist.
Biggest sea turtle, guys.
It had a leathery shell called carapace. Just like sea turtles today, it probably laid eggs on land. The huge, fearsome creature is Tyrannosaurus. A relative of Mosasaurus, its name means the knob lizard because of a bony protrusion on the end of its snout that might have been used to ram into its prey. Ankylosaurus is a member of the Squamata family. That's the group of reptiles that includes lizards and snakes. They had 4 tongues for taste and sense in the water. They even had a row of teeth in the back of their mouths for holding onto prey in the water. And that scary fish that you see that looks like a cross between a piranha and a tuna is Xiphactinus. Xiphactinus was
Yeah.
a voracious predator that lives in the oceans all over the world. It could reach lengths up to 20 feet long.
Wow.
If you have any other questions about these creatures or anything else you see on the tour, feel free.
And don't freak out. Have you seen the T-Rexes?
Well, they were in the enclosure an hour ago when I went in to feed them.
Most of what we know about Therizinosaurus comes from animals closely related to it. The only fossils we have of this animal are its shoulders, arms, and hands. It is believed to be an herbivore, but we are still looking for more fossils to know for sure. The dinosaur next to it is a Lorotitan, lived in what is now
The Velociraptor is not 6 feet tall, but actually about 3 feet tall, 6 feet long, and
It's a
about 20
raptor.
to 30
Ansel, it's a
pounds.
raptor.
Just think of an extra scary turkey. We also
Yeah.
know that at least
It
one
is.
Velociraptor attacked a Protoceratops.
So they attack
Next
those on
dinosaur
top.
in this. This is thanks to the fossil of a Velociraptor and Protoceratops found, who died still locked in combat. The Protoceratops broke the Velociraptor's arm with its powerful beak,
Oh, wow.
moments before they were both buried in snow by a landslide. The other dinosaur in the scene, Oviraptor, has an unfortunate name, meaning egg thief. When this dinosaur was discovered, it was found over a nest of eggs thought to belong to Protoceratops. After later research, scientists realized it was sitting on a nest of its own eggs. But the name stuck and is still debated if Oviraptor actually ate eggs. Here at Jurassic Quest, ours take theirs sunny side up every morning for breakfast.
yet another dinosaur. The claws on its
Therizinosaurus.
hands could grow up to 3 feet long, making them the longest claws in the animal kingdom. Most of what we know about Therizinosaurus comes from animals.
Oh, look at the
closely
claws.
related
Yeah,
to it.
look. Wow.
The only fossils we have of this animal are its shoulders, arms, and hands. It is believed to be an herbivore, but we are still looking for more fossils to know for sure. The dinosaur next to it is a Lorotitan,
A
lived in what is
Lorotitan.
now eastern Russia. It's in a special
an
group
alien.
of duck-billed dinosaurs called Lambeosaurs, which are famous for the elaborate crests on their heads. These crests would have certainly served as display structures, but may also have been used in some Lambeosaurs as resonating chambers to make sounds used to communicate effectively through the herd. Speaking of communication, I've been directed to ask you all to keep an eye out for any free-roaming dinosaurs that may or may not be wandering around the park.
Hi, Park Ranger Marty here. Hope you're not mad at me about accidentally releasing the T-Rexes. Anyway, in this scene, you see Shantusaurus. Shantusaurus is a tyrannosaur from China, and it's closely related to Ariosaurus from Mongolia. Both have awfully long narrow noses from members of the Tyrannosaur family. We're not sure what those noses may have been used for. Maybe to cut through water, making them faster than actual fishermen, or maybe they were specializing in smaller, faster prey, not needing the powerful bite of a T-Rex. Speaking of which, if you see one of them, please let one of our 4 security officers know. Now, scientists only describe this dinosaur in
No.
a
Gigantosaurus.
lot of unanswered questions about it. But I can tell you this much. In the United States, we do not typically refer to this dinosaur as Shantusaurus. We typically just call it Pinocchio Rex.
Now we travel to Argentina. The big one you see in the scene is Giganotosaurus.
Juggernaut.
The largest meat-eating dinosaur.
From Argentina.
Though it may look a lot like T-Rex, it's actually a much different animal. it has 3 claws on each hand, a lighter bone structure, and teeth that were designed for slicing. Unlike a T-Rex's, it's meant for crushing through bones and ripping car tops open. Speaking of peculiar horns on its head,
On a Taurus.
it might have used its horns as a weapon against other predators.
Look at that. Look at the horns on it.
That's a
Very
look
funny
at
looking
it.
dinosaur.
It's like a dragon.
Not just because of the horns, but because of its tiny little arms. Brontosaurus is one of the smallest arms of any known dinosaur. Even smaller than the T-Rex.
How does it scratch his butt?
The small dinosaur you see in this scene is Albersaurus, a small, fast predator that lived in Argentina during the late Cretaceous period. Is believed to have
Parasaurolophus is a hadrosaur, a family of dinosaurs sometimes called duck-billed dinosaurs because of the shape of their scalps. Other hadrosaurs include Iguanodon, Tyrannosaurus, Titan, and Adnosaurus, among many others. Parasaurolophus is a cool dinosaur because it's one of the few dinosaurs where we know what they might have sounded like. Paleontologists discovered that by looking at the crest on its head. What they found were tubes inside going back and forth between the nasal passage and the throat. When they recreated blowing air through their tubes, they discovered that the crest would have made a horn sound. Can you script here just says make horn sounds? No, guys, I'm not gonna do that.
Sarah.
By the way, hadrosaurs are predators. Their sound might have attracted large predators. If our missing T-Rexes hear that sound coming from one of your cars, they might be following the tour back in the direction of their cage. So perhaps we should move on.
Kind of hand.
Largest flying animals ever changed the sky. It lives in Pennsylvania, Texas because everything is in Texas. It's named after the Quetzalcoatl, Aztec feather serpent. It had a wingspan of 36 feet. That's the same as a small plane. Standing like it is here, it was the height of a giraffe. But way less than 600 pounds. That's a lot, but it's incredibly light for an animal this size because it was doing everything possible to be as light as possible. Very light. This is necessary for it to achieve flight. Quetzalcoatlus was actually not a dinosaur, but a pterosaur. Pterosaurs are a family of flying reptiles that lived at the same time as dinosaurs. Many, but not all pterosaurs. Quetzalcoatlus had no teeth. Like a missing T-Rexes. Very large.
Albertosaurus.
Now, if you have any other questions about the pictures you see, go ahead and text that question to 844-411 or 844-346-6411.
The big carnivore in here is Albertosaurus. Albertosaurus is a close relative of T-Rex, roughly half the size of a fully grown T-Rex.
Look, Ansel, you got a dinosaur
It's
name.
named after the Canadian province of Alberta, where almost all of the
That's what his Chinese doctor called horn-faced, horn-faced dinosaurs.
Chasmosaurians and centrosaurians. Now, chasmosaurians have 2 prominent eye horns above their eyes and a very large frill. Centrosaurians do not typically have prominent eye horns and tend to have small frill, but sometimes they have some rather ornate horns coming out of those frills. Now, if you'd like to learn more about ceratopsians or any dinosaur, you can text your questions to me at 844-DINO411. That's 844-346-6411. And I'll be happy to help.
It's like a mammoth.
This
Rhino.
other dinosaur
Rhino.
is a Kylosaurus, also known as fused lizard.
To be honest, this is my new favorite one.
Kylosaurus is armored from head to toe, with bits of bones on their skin called osteoderms. They are known for having a bony club tail, which was used to swing back and forth as a weapon to deter predators.
Look at the baby.
Scientists have even found a T-Rex fossil with a broken leg that was shattered at about the same height as an Ankylosaurus tail club. This suggests that Ankylosaurus could fight off a T-Rex and possibly even win. The animal here is a Pachycephalosaurus, meaning thick-headed lizard, named after its thick, domed skull. It is often depicted as being used to headbutt each other for dominance, but some scientists think it is more likely used for display, and that the large dome didn't grow until much later in life, which has implications for the next dinosaur in this scene.
Okay, so Ankylosaurus.
Dracorex Hogwartsia. And if that sounds like something from a Harry Potter book, that's because it's from a Harry Potter book. The name actually means Dragon King of Hogwarts, because its skull looked a lot like the skull of a dragon. There are some who think that as this dinosaur aged, the shape of its skull changed, and that what we're really seeing here is a juvenile Pachycephalosaurus. But we won't know for sure until more fossils are found. I've got great news, everyone. Our brand new head of security, Lisa, has managed to keep one of the T-Rexes and lure it back to its area. That's great news because T-Rex is one of the most common favorite dinosaurs. So that means we can actually talk about the T-Rex, the tyrant little pig, while we have one of them alone. Tyrannosaurus Rex had the most powerful bite of any living.
T-Rex, answer, look.
That's the one you wanted to see.
12,000 pounds per square inch. They needed such a
T-Rex.
powerful bite to crush the bones that prey, or even tear through the roof of the car. A powerful bite was
That's the one you have as a toy dinosaur.
out of its very short snout. It also had something called a septic bone. T-Rex had very short arms, so it couldn't brush its teeth. That means its mouth was filled with its last meal.
Oh my god.
T-Rex is starting to notice your vehicle.
Asshole, look at this.
Park out of here. Well, the good news is, at least we're not going to see anything scarier or with a bigger bite.
Oh my god, you lied. This is more bigger.
And now for something scarier with an even bigger bite.
Megalodon.
Megalodon. Megalodon is the largest shark to ever swim the seas. It is believed to reach up to 60 feet in length and had rows of hundreds of teeth. These teeth would sometimes fall out and be replaced.
This is hard to film and drive at the same
Found on
time.
every continent.